بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مساء الخير. It is a tremendous pleasure. It's a tremendous pleasure to welcome my dear friend, the Secretary here in Jordan. If I may, I'll speak in Arabic and there is going to be a translation. أود بداية نرحب بمعالي وزير خارجية الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية مايك بامبيو في المملكة الأردنية الهاشمية. مايك، أهلا وسهلا بك في عمان في هذه الزيارة التي تأتي في توقيت مهم وأتاحت لنا حوارا معمقا حول عديد قضايا إقليمية محورية لجهودنا المشتركة تحقيق الاستقرار والسلام والرخاء في الشرق الأوسط. أجريت معالي الوزير محادثات مثمرة حول تعزيز شراكتنا التاريخية، علاقاتنا الثنائية وتعاوننا الاقتصادي والتجاري والدفاعي والأمني في أفضل مستوياتها، ونحن حريصون على تعزيز هذا التعاون. الولايات المتحدة صديق وحليف نثمن عاليا دعمها للمملكة، وأسهم هذا الدعم خصوصا برنامج المساعدات الممتد على مدى 5 سنوات، والأول الذي أقرته إدارة الرئيس ترامب أسهم بشكل كبير في مساعدتنا على مواجهة التحديات الاقتصادية، وبما في ذلك مواجهة تحدي استضافة 1,300,000 شقيق سوري. معالي الوزير، لكم جزيل الشكر على هذا الدعم. كان الصراع الفلسطيني الإسرائيلي مساحة واسعة في محادثاتنا اليوم، فحل هذا الصراع متطلب رئيس لتحقيق السلام الشامل الذي ننشد جميعا. الجمود في الجهود السلمية خطير ولا بد من إيجاد آفاق سياسية للحل، لذلك ستستمر المملكة في العمل مع الولايات المتحدة والمجتمع الدولي من أجل تحقيق السلام الشامل والدائم، والذي يشكل حل الدولتين الذي يضمن قيام الدولة الفلسطينية المستقلة على خطوط 4 من حزيران 1967 وعاصمتها القدس الشرقية، لتعيش بأمن وسلام إلى جانب دولة إسرائيل وفي إطار علاقات إقليمية طبيعية وفق مبادرة السلام العربية سبيله الوحيد. بحثت معالي الصديق أيضا جهود التوصل لحل سياسي للأزمة السورية. تحدثنا بشكل معمق حول التنسيق المستقبلي في ضوء قرار الولايات المتحدة سحب قواتها من سوريا، وسنستمر بشكل ثنائي وعبر المجموعة المصغرة بالتشاور حول كيفية إحراز تقدم نحو حل سياسي على أساس القرار 2254، حل يحفظ وحدة سوريا واستقلاليتها، يقبله السوريون ويعيد لسوريا أمنها واستقرارها، ويؤدي إلى مغادرة جميع القوات الأجنبية منها، ويتيح أيضا عودة اللاجئين إلى وطنهم. وفي ضوء قرار الولايات المتحدة سحب قواتها من سوريا، بحثنا أيضا مستقبل منطقة التنف بهدف ضمان ترتيبات تحقق أمن حدودنا وتعالج قضية تجمع الركبان. وموقفنا في المملكة هو أن حل هذه القضية يكمن في عودة قاطني الركبان إلى المناطق التي جاءوا منها في وطنهم، ونعتقد أن حوارا أردنيا أمريكيا روسيا ضروري لتحقيق ذلك. هزيمة داعش الكاملة هو هدف مشترك لنا. حقق التحالف الدولي الذي تقوده الولايات المتحدة إنجازات كبيرة في دحر هذا الشر، ووقف الأردن والولايات المتحدة جنبا إلى جنب في محاربة الإرهاب، وسنقوي هذه الشراكة. وأكد جلالة الملك عبد الله الثاني الحاجة لنهج شمولي لهزيمة الإرهاب وظلميته التي لا تنتمي إلى قيمنا الإنسانية المشتركة ولا علاقة لها بديننا الإسلامي الحنيف وقيم السلام واحترام الآخر التي يحمل، وسنبقى ملتزمون بهذه الاستراتيجية. معالي الصديق، نتطلع إلى استمرار عملنا المشترك شركاء وحلفاء في سعينا نحو هدفنا بناء شرق أوسط خال من الأزمات مليء بالفرص، حيث يعم السلام والتعاون، وحيث تقوم العلاقات الإقليمية وفق مبدأ عدم التدخل في الشؤون الداخلية للدول والقوانين والأعراف الدولية. مرة أخرى أرحب بك في المملكة، وأهلا وسهلا بك، وتفضل الحديث لك. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Foreign Minister Safadi. It's an honor to meet with you today. I'm looking forward to meeting with His Majesty King Abdullah in just a little bit. I'm very pleased to be back here in Jordan, especially as our country celebrates our 70th anniversary this year of diplomatic relations. I was here in this room on my very first trip as Secretary of State. I came here before I went to my office in Washington. Indeed. It's an indication, too. It's my first stop on a multi-country trip of the importance of the relationship between our two countries. Jordan is one of the United States' enduring strategic partners in the region. It's one of the many reasons we're proud to help support you through the 5-year foreign assistance MOU, of which you spoke. It's worth over $6 billion, and it will be an important part of strengthening our relationship for the years ahead. Your nation plays a critical role in regional security and stability, including through its efforts to peacefully resolve the Syrian conflict, fight the spread of radical Islamic terrorism, and counter the Iranian regime's malign activities in the region and the world. We had a good conversation today. I reaffirmed our commitment under President Trump to working with King Abdullah's government on many of our shared priorities. The United States remains firmly committed to Jordan's domestic stability and security, and we will undertake that work in a true spirit of partnership. Just last year, our nations unveiled a new counterterrorism training center less than 50 miles south of where we stand, even as I speak. State Department, too, was proud to fund and construct that facility through our Ending Terrorism Assistance Program. It is sharpening our terror-fighting tools and helping Jordan build its already strong capacity to fight terrorism. We also look forward to working continually to counter Tehran's malign influence in the region. Jordan made a powerful statement by recalling its ambassador to Tehran last year in protest of the Iranian regime's flagrant transgressions of security and sovereignty. I also want to thank the government of Jordan for its help to combat Iran's attempts to evade sanctions. And finally, I also express today my deep gratitude for King Abdullah's leadership. He has continued to establish Jordan as a durable partner and leader in the region. We're pleased to see your Prime Minister recently visit Iraq, as well as Iraqi President Saleh's visit to Jordan in November. We welcome this kind of engagement between nations of the region, and we hope to see it replicated elsewhere. His Majesty the King is also undertaking important domestic initiatives, including economic reforms and protection of religious rights. And we know Jordan is also hosting over 650,000 Syrian refugees, and we thank you and your people for their generosity. On behalf of President Trump, we look forward to maintaining our joint efforts here in the Middle East. And I want to thank you again for hosting me here today. It's great to be back.
Thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to have you. We have a very short time as the Secretary and I are heading for a meeting with His Majesty, so we'll take two questions. The first question is to Ammar Al-Ghanem from Jordan TV. Ammar.
عامر العجار من التلفزيون الأردني. معاليك ذكرت عن ضرورة التوصل لحل سياسي في الأزمة السورية وضرورة تفكيك الركبان. ما هي الخطوات اللازمة لتحقيق ذلك؟
شكرا. كما قلت، حل الأزمة السورية هدف استراتيجي وهدف نتفق نحن والولايات المتحدة عليه. لا بد من حل سياسي. تحقيق ذلك يتطلب أن نتقدم نحو هذا الحل وأن نعمل بشكل جماعي. تحدثت عن هنالك دور دولي وهنالك تنسيق في إطار المجموعة الصغيرة، وننسق أيضا مع روسيا والمجتمع الدولي، ولا بد أيضا من دور عربي إيجابي يسهم في التوصل إلى هذا الحل حتى تستعيد سوريا دورها وعافيتها ودورها أيضا في استقرار المنطقة ومنظومة العمل العربي المشترك. بالنسبة للركبان، كان هنالك حديث معمق مع معالي الوزير، ونحن متفقان على ضرورة أن نضمن أمن منطقة الركبان وأمن منطقة التنف وعودة قاطني الركبان إلى مدنهم وقراهم التي جاءوا منها شرط أساسي لضمان الترتيبات الصحيحة على الحدود. ومستمرون في التنسيق مع شركائنا وحلفائنا في الولايات المتحدة وفي التنسيق أيضا مع روسيا، ربما عبر إن شاء الله محادثات ثلاثية حتى نستطيع أن نتوصل إلى ذلك. Next question, LA Times.
Yes, hi, thank you. You both have spoken here about Syria, and so I'd like to ask a little bit about how we see that crisis, that situation continuing in the weeks and months to come. Secretary Pompeo, how do you intend to maintain the anti-Iran coalition with your allies here in the region, even as these same allies are welcoming Syria back into the fold, back into the Arab League and such? And at the same time, you are receiving pretty significant pushback from Turkey, which is another key player in this. And Minister Safadi, you spoke a little bit about the role of Jordan that you see in here as the Americans leave. How do you see that? Are you worried about their departure? Is it premature? Do you see Jordanian troops having a role in this? And then separately, you spoke about the Palestinian peace process. You mentioned the East Jerusalem as a capital and a two-state solution, neither of which this administration has very wholeheartedly embraced. So now the allies turn to the Golan Heights, where Bibi Netanyahu is asking for U.S. recognition of their sovereignty over that. What do you think should happen with the Golan Heights? Thanks.
So let me try and take your first question first, if that's okay. The counter-Iran revolution is our coalition is as effective today as it was yesterday, and I'm very hopeful it will continue to be effective and even more effective tomorrow. This is not just about a particular tactic that we take amongst the coalition. This is about a combined understanding that the most significant threat to the region is Daesh and the Islamist revolution and their revolutionary efforts in the region. There is, I won't speak for Foreign Minister Safadi, but there is enormous agreement on the risk that poses to Jordan and to other countries in the neighborhood, and that battle continues. The President's decision to withdraw our folks from Syria in no way impacts our capacity to deliver on that. And you'll see in the coming days and weeks, we are redoubling not only our diplomatic but our commercial efforts to put real pressure on Iran to achieve what it is we set out for them back in May. These are simple asks. We ask of the Islamic Republic of Iran to behave like a normal nation, and the coalition is just as committed to it today as it was yesterday.
Thank you, Secretary.
Go ahead.
You're done?
Go ahead.
Let me just say something on Iran. We all have problems with Iran's expansionist policies in the region. We all want to make sure that whatever threat there is mitigated. All Arab countries, and I think the United States too, would want healthy relations based on the principle of non-intervention in the internal affairs of the other and respecting the sovereignty of other countries. If that is achieved, if everybody abides by international norms of behavior, then there will be no problem. So for as long as there are policies that are counter to these principles, then we will continue to have issues with that policy. On the withdrawal, I just have to say that the United States and Jordan have always been strong allies. We've always coordinated, and we trust that we'll continue to coordinate, and our security is something that has always been taken into account by our allies in Washington, and we trust that we'll continue to have this kind of relationship. This is a solid partnership, particularly when it comes to defense and security against Daesh, against ISIS. We've fought side by side. We'll continue to do that, and we're fully confident that our allies and us will be able to address whatever new developments in a way that is mutually beneficial for both of us. On the peace process, look, I mean, Jordan has been consistent all through. His Majesty has been more than clear that the Palestinian-Israeli conflict is the key conflict in the region, and its resolution is the only path to comprehensive peace, which we all want. All Arab states, Jordan included, have said we wanted comprehensive and lasting peace with Israel, but we also said in order for that to happen, the legitimate rights of the Palestinians, but particularly their right to statehood and freedom on June 4, 1967, with East Jerusalem as capital, is a must. So we're going to continue to do that. And again, as friends, as allies, we might have agreements and disagreements, but you can count on us always having a frank and open and thorough discussion towards to see how we can overcome differences and move collectively in an effective manner towards our common goal of peace and stability. The Golan Heights is an occupied Syrian territory. International law is clear on that. It has to be treated as such, and therefore our position is that Israel needs to withdraw from that territory, again within the framework of a peace agreement that will deliver the comprehensive peace that we want. The Arab Peace Initiative has been on the table since 2002 as an offer, as an invitation for Israel to come and sit on the table with a view to reaching a comprehensive peace that will also address Israel's rights to security and acceptance and normal ties with the Arab world. This is our position, and we'll continue to stand by it because we believe it's the only way to achieve the comprehensive peace that we all want. I want to thank you so much. We've got to run. We have a meeting with His Majesty now, so thank you all. And Secretary, again, it's always a pleasure to have you in Jordan. Thank you, man.
Thank you all.